So Washington, and if you rewind the clock for weeks and for months, Washington has been on a full court press against China and Beijing, and this is a continuation of that. So what we've been seeing is really escalated and accelerated rhetoric from across the administration about what they say are dangerous and troublesome activities by China, specifically the theft of intellectual property and American innovation. And that has been the stated reason for why this action was taken. It's hard to say that this particular action directly relates or is an outgrowth necessarily of that announcement, but it is worth noting that just yesterday, the Justice Department unsealed an indictment that charges 2 Chinese hackers who were sponsored by the government there of stealing hundreds of millions of dollars of intellectual property, and most recently, targeting American biotech and other companies that are developing coronavirus vaccines. I think that that element of what exactly is burning and why and is something that's going to have to be reported out in the coming days, because there are a lot of questions about that and what kind of documents would even exist and why it wouldn't be electronic. So it remains to be seen what exactly the import of that is. It is important to note that China, certainly from the perspective of the Trump administration, is a true economic and global power. So getting into a conflict with China, I think raises some questions as to what the next step might be. It strikes me as a very significant, unusual move. It is not something that I think we see all the time at all. Certainly when you think about the Obama administration at the end of 2016, one of the sanctions imposed for election interference that had just taken place was something similar, where they expelled 35 Russians who were living in the United States under the protection of the government, consular officers basically, and they removed them from the country. So this kind of conjures to mind that a little bit.